I feel I need to make this video. So this is in advance to any haters or trolls that want to post any negative comments here on YouTube. Your comments will get deleted, just the way it is. So I saw about 3 tweets. Now, the Nintendo condensed edition of the Direct, the minute video I posted, it's still going to be there. No, I'm not a racist. I'm not an idiot. But it's there for jokes because you can't really troll a corporation, okay? You can't troll you cannot bully a corporation. Corporation, you have lawyers, you have representatives, you have HR, you have a whole system of people. So it's okay to attack a system. To death threaten a person, you violate community guidelines. To bully somebody lesser than you. So if, let's say, your Star Wars theory, your Boogie 2988, your Angry Joe, your PewDiePie, or any big YouTuber with lots of sponsors, okay? If you bully somebody who has 20 subscribers, what kind of person are you? So that's community guidelines. But a corporation, to attack a corporation in general, a system, no, you can attack the system. So what I was doing in that minute video was I was attacking the system. And some people didn't like it. There were 6 people who gave thumbs, and then 5 who gave thumbs down. Well, those 6 people are smarter than you. They're just smarter than you. The rest of you are not that smart. We saw that Nintendo Direct. I did it live, and I was disappointed. It was the Square Enix, brought to you by Square Enix Farming Simulator Direct. And there were a couple of good titles, but that was it. Now, that's not what this is about. This is about when somebody responded on Twitter to my YouTube and post about the Nintendo, the fake video where I had the Link Zelda sex scenes that were not even, it was just for laughs, okay? And it's in bad taste, but we can argue whether it was or not. They were mocking more that so I quit Universal Studios Hollywood Video, making fun of that. Maestro Dick, kind of a cockhead. Yes, I see you, bitch. Now, whether you're just a random troll from Twitter, or whether you're Mr. Nacho, is that you, Nacho? I'm going to find out one day. So whether it's Nacho or somebody else, it was somebody I worked with, nicknamed Nacho. So I don't really want to go tit for tat, have a shitty war, okay? But I do want to talk about, when do you matter? Now, I've had trolls in real life since 1983, 1984. Since I started nursery school, I was 5 or 6. When I started kindergarten, I've had trolls since I was in the 1st, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, all through elementary, all through middle school, all through high school, when people make rumors I was stuffed in a locker. I've had trolls against me trying to throw spit wads at me. So having a troll in real life is shit. It shouldn't be tolerated in any high school, junior high school, nothing. But it happens. It happens to the best of us. But you may say, luckily, you lived before the internet was ever a thing. I mean, by the time I left high school, class of 96, the World Wide Web with the Netscape and the LeakGhost.com and Excite.com and Yahoo and AOL, 1,000 free minutes of AOL on your floppy disk, that started to become a thing. And then the trolls would come eventually, whether they were showing up in chat rooms or people's personal home pages or a forum before YouTube was around. All we had were QuickTime videos. I have a long memory, so I do remember things, okay? Now, videos we do, in a very small way, this was my fault. And I'll say where it's my fault. I make the videos, I post the videos, you watch the videos, and you can respond how you want. But some people, and I'm not picking on Dreamcast 84. But some people like Dreamcast 84 or Martel the Cool, who are very respectful to me on social media and nothing bad to be said, they get positive responses. And they're not even monetized. There are a lot of other people who are not monetized, less famous people. And they get positive comments a lot. I get positive comments once every blue moon. Okay? Hebro, giving you a response back. Hebro, how are you doing? If you're still there following me, great. I hope you can still leave positive comments until I betray a commandment, which I'll never do. But it sucks when I get nothing but negative comments a lot. But the comments that he left on Twitter, this motherfucker on Twitter responding to my "So I Quit Universal Studios Hollywood" video and the sort of clickbait 1-minute video about the Nintendo Direct that I made the night before the Direct happened hurt me because it was trying to make a joke out of things I do. Now, it's easy to ignore the trolls or to be told to ignore the trolls, but trolls are all I've ever had. And whenever I worked somewhere, whether it was Universal Studios, whether it was McDonald's, whether it was Togo's, whether it was working in a warehouse or working at a library volunteering, I was always invisible. I was always the, whatever you want to call me, the pedo slash terrorist slash incel slash wetback slash any other racial slur. There, did I cover anybody who wants to hate me right now? I covered all the bases for you, except alien from another planet or the devil. But that's been my life for 44 years. And have I ever felt suicidal? Yes. You better bet your ass I have. Why haven't I done it? Says the troll. Why haven't you done it, man? Why haven't you done it? Rub one out. Yeah, I do see your comments. I do see your comments on videos on some of you guys. Because that's mostly all I ever get are negative comments. And I'm sure, yeah, you could say Review Tech USA gets negative comments, yes. But he gets more positive comments. Some people get more positive comments. You could argue $3 Theater. Matt Jarbo, who made a fool of himself. But to be fair, Matt Jarbo made a real fool of himself. And that happens as well. But I think when I get nothing but trolls, and I get nothing but negativity, or at least I get them on a regular basis instead of positive comments, even when I try to work hard to earn that, whether I tell stories through my art, whether I talk about the Steam Deck, whether I talk about, and I'm going to do a special thank you video at my expense for people who have helped me get my nice toys, the ones I showed you recently. Simple minute video. You know, I expect people to try to understand me, okay? This is not about picking up girls and please like me. We're not here to date. We're not here to be the best of friends. But I'm hoping you can understand. There are people who quit doing YouTube to do jobs. Kali UK, I think that if he went back to doing YouTube and made a living, it would be better than where he is now. Because I love the guy. I love what he does with the ZX Spectrum. But the job that he describes on Twitter isn't the best of jobs. He could do better. It's a crappy job in a way but you got to pay for the kids. I understand why he does it, because he's got kids and he's got to make sure they have a better future. But I would never take on those jobs. But there's a difference between my criticism and when somebody trolls somebody. And Kali gets a lot of positive respect, a lot of positivity. And all I ever get is this all the time. For what? You feel good about yourself? This is what brings about true forced loneliness. And this is not officially a true forced loneliness video, but it falls in that category. And whenever I do TFL videos, I get these kinds of comments of, well, it's your fault, man. It's all your fault. Just boom, that's it. That's it. It's all over, man. I win. And that's all the people I get. That's all the people I get. There was a female wrestler who took her own life because of nothing but trolls. But maybe I could argue there might have been a lot of people that were on her side. I don't know how many people are on the same moral side as me. Okay? That is all that fucking matters to me. Not about whether or not we're going to be the best of friends, or we're going to, like, there are people that I don't even have friends in real life. Okay? This is what true forced loneliness is about. It's not so much about the women or having a girlfriend, though there are women issues I do have as of late. But it's about looking around and there's nobody else here. I don't see anyone around, just like the song goes. Okay? That's the pain it is. It's not seeing anyone else. You don't see anyone else in my videos, and I wish you would, to validate my right to exist on this earth. But the reason I haven't taken my own life is because I don't like the area I live in. East LA is a shit pit. I don't care if it's gentrified with new things around Whittier Boulevard. It's still a shit pit. There are still gangs. There are still drugs. There are still losers getting jumped by the cops. There are still, as we call them, the ghetto birds, the helicopters circling around, trying to catch somebody. There are still bad people about. I don't want to die. And there are homeless out there that probably feel suicidal in downtown Los Angeles. Would you like to die in downtown LA, in DTLA? I don't think so. If I'm going to go, it's going to be in a nice area only money can buy. And I'm just tired of seeing shitty people. And I'm not going to do a video like this all the time. I'm a good artist does not repeat himself. So when you see this video, do hang on to every second. I'm not going to stop being on YouTube, but I don't feel like being on as much. And for those of you who I have like, I don't have 2,000 subs or anything like that. But if you don't want to be here, you don't have to subscribe. To sound like Frost, and maybe I'll talk about that topic soon. If you don't like it, don't watch, don't subscribe. If what I'm doing offends you, because I'm not here to, I'm like Frost, I don't look for a problem. I'm not a solution in search of a problem. The problem's already there. I'm trying to find a solution to the problem, but solution refuses to be found. So you can write all the shitty comments you want. I see your comments, okay? I will either Dano snap them or have you report it. If you have the time, to you trolls, if you have the time for me, that means your life isn't any fucking better than mine, is it? It means that you're as fucked up as I am. You don't got that lottery ticket that said, hey, motherfucker, you just won $10 million. Oh, what am I trolling you for? Bye, got my money. You don't got time for that shit. You don't got time for that shit. You got time to count your $10 million that you just won from the lottery to go and do what you've got to do. Because if you were that much better than me, or if I would love to see a troll say to me, I got $10 million, bitch, you're just an idiot that had a stupid job carrying heavy bags, or whatever this troll said on Twitter in response. I would say, prove it to me. Prove it to me, or shut the fuck up. That goes for every single one of my 1,800 subscribers. Anybody that doesn't like me, you can unsub right now, because I will change the content when people suggest I should. But I see one person every once in a while, or I see more trolls and friends, and I'm going to see people just telling me off. I don't acknowledge you. Here's the thing too. It's not trolling when you are trying to tell me, hey, the world is round, 2 + 2 is 4. Actually, this show that you're talking about had these things about it, or that movie review I did about The Pledge. Okay, well, actually, here's these things about The Pledge you didn't know. I'm not going to criticize you. That's not trolling. That's correcting me. But also, you have to respect the reverse. If you're wrong, I'm going to correct you. That's not trolling. So that's all I got to say within 15 minutes. I know I should ignore these things, but all I've ever had since the day I was born, you know who the biggest troll was? My father. And when he died, I didn't shed a tear. I've talked about this before, okay? He was the biggest troll because he was always angry with me. He never, when I see, I guess I'm being profiling and say it's probably white dudes who have dads who loved Masters of the Universe like they did, who loved video games like they did, because you never see that in Mexican households. You just see dads who don't understand their sons. My dad never understood me. He never understood the things I liked. He just knew I liked these things. I think he bought me one video game. He saw me a couple of times play a couple of video games, but that's it. Like, we just had nothing. Like the movie with Tom Hanks, nothing in common, zero. And it's sad. And that man would not hesitate to belt me with a belt. That was the worst troll in my entire life. So the lot of you who are on Twitter, you'll find me on Twitter. You'll see what the comments say. You're nothing. You're nothing to me. You want to make fun of my art. You want to make fun of my storytelling. You want to make fun of me. Go ahead and try it. But the thing I ask for the people who are my friends, I ask you to show the same support you would want to show for me. I'll try to be there more. I'll leave more comments. I want there to be more friends. I need a win. I never got discovered, but it's not about being rich and famous and Hollywood famous. It's about just having a following of people who are there for you, who can really show that support. And I think the big YouTubers and big Twitch streamers take that for granted. I can't take that for granted because I never had it. Now, I'm sure if I did have a lot of that, I probably would start to. But I'll never take for granted the people who are putting in their effort. I guess if I had super chats and paid chats, I would just grab non-paid chats at random and say thank you to those people. Those people who are, I am going to give a thank you in the end. I'm going to thank Hebro for leaving a good comment. Dreamcast84 left good comments. Martel the Cool, Cholo Trucker, and anybody else I might have forgotten who went out of their way to leave a nice comment. I wish you guys were there more often for me, but you all have your things to do. And I will say thank you to the people who have watched my videos, who have been persistent, or at least you don't have to watch every single one, but are persistent in watching my videos and are still staying subbed. Those are the only people I'll thank. Anybody else who dropped off the map, I kindly say fuck you, but you're still subbed. I don't know what to say. Now I've got to work on my art. I've got a lot of art to work on. This is art that I'm doing. Okay, I'm showing you a little bit because I'm going to put it up more later. But I think compared to Metal Men, these characters that I have worked on for over 20 years, since I was 22, I'll say 19, 22 years old. That means more to me right now. And I want you to understand why I'm writing all this stuff. The last one got, the Queen of Spades Part 2 got 1 view because it's not based on anything you've seen. I ask that you show the same respect that you would show big YouTubers. If not for the reasons that maybe it gets a little boring watching the big guys have all the fun. You know, there are smaller YouTubers, there are small YouTubers than me that deserve attention as well. So take the time. Peace out. Remember, we have the power.